Alright folks, Pitching Ace Idiot, we are back. Playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Let's on chapter number 2. Being in this cast, I feel like, oh yeah, we know. Somebody's screaming, we gotta go help them. Chelsea, please, where are you taking me? We're getting out of here. It's for your own good, Grandma. Wait, what's going on here? I was napping soundly here among the trees when she came and started rolling me away. I can't walk, so I had no means of escape. Chelsea, what are you doing? I was saving my grandma from this place, Secret Agent Ace. Something totally evil is taking over this family. If we don't get out of here, we'll be murdered too. Okay, Chelsea, you gotta calm down. I know you're afraid, but you can't just flee an investigation like this. Secret Agent, please, promise me you'll find the killer before something else happens. We take this job very seriously now. Please go inside. And Mrs. Bloom, while you're here, we'd like to have a word with you if possible. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure she's not the one who killed him. She's also not wearing any plaid. And his dad is for sure. That's a great day. I suppose you want to talk to me about Mason's death. What horror for a grandmother to outlive her own grandson. Oh, time curls back on itself in terrible ways. Indeed it does. Were you aware of anyone who wished him ill? Mason was just a child. He didn't have time to make real enemies. That poor girl is hysterical, but she's right. There's a pall over this castle. The castle's bones are cold and full of time. The bones of such a place bear witness to all, and all fades with time. Mrs. Bloom, are you? I think she fell asleep, Ace. We can let her rest. Meanwhile, let's take a look around the orchard. Yeah, I don't even know why she's a victim. There's no way she holds that halberd. Ace, the victim's name is engraved on the back of this watch. What's it doing outside? We should take a sample of that substance on his face for testing. This pack of good of apple seems like a good place to hide evidence. Let's see if there's anything in it. Sounds like Latin. Ace, there was a note inside that basket. It has our victim's name on it. The note says, Scio enim veritatem Mason, confidium te. What does that mean? I agree, we'll need Gabriel's help interpreting this one. I already told you what it is. It's Latin. Question is, what does it say? Something, veritatem I believe is truth. I took Latin for I think a year or two in like junior high. Never could speak it, but I can understand it a little bit. I think I took it for 2 years. Excellent. Let's get the sample from the watch under the microscope. Yeah, the one cool thing about Latin was, I mean, aside from it's a dead language and no one else will speak it with you, but a lot of the words, at least in the English language, break off of Latin. So if you understand Latin and a lot of its concepts, you can kind of understand a lot of words from the English language. Hey, so the substance you found on the victim's watch is insecticide. Clearly Mason wasn't the one spraying insecticide in the orchard. I'm sure the Blooms have someone to do that for them. Oh. Alright, well, we all know who this guy's supposed to look like. Groundskeeper, that's who got insecticide on the victim's watch. He's wearing plaid. Do we think Hagrid would be the guy? Reuben might be Hagrid's actually a real name, like the actor's name. So the groundskeeper is Hagrid. That's pretty great. What's up, Hagrid? I'm just gonna call him Hagrid because he looks exactly like him. So it's come to this. Police are here at the estate and Master Mason is dead. Never have I seen such going-ons before. Yes, we found Mason's watch with your insecticide on it. Care to tell us why you had it? He's a forgetful kid. He leaves stuff in the orchard all the time. I was going to give the watch back to him the next time I went up to the castle. Of course, now that will never happen. All that's left to do is raise a glass to Cider in the young master's honor. Have you seen or heard anything unusual around the castle lately? Well, I don't know what goes beyond those walls. I've been working for this family for a long time, but I don't venture up there unless I need to speak with Mr. Bloom. I mostly spend my time in my hut across the creek, and here among my trees. If you have any more questions, Your Agent Ace, don't hesitate to ask. Omnia wow. I'm sorry, it's clearly found is written in Latin. It made me reminiscent about my days studying Latin in college. The first part of the message roughly translates to, I know the truth, Mason. Unclear what exactly it's about, but the second part is very specific and alarming. Confidium te means, I stab you. Well, that definitely means it's a threat from our killer. Yes, and given the way they chose to convey their deadly message, your killer knows more Latin than the average person. Ace, soon our killer will have all the time in the world to study the classics, and I agree, we could stand to study more about our victim. Let's visit his room again. Oh dear. Another voodoo doll. Ace, what's this torn doll you found? Let's reassemble it to see what it is. And I agree, we better see what's inside this locked trunk to the victim's stuff. The times on these seem really nice. I mean, they should have done this a long time ago, but hopefully this is a new trend for them. Ace, this looks like a voodoo doll. You know, one of those things used in black magic to wish harm on someone? And you're right, it does look like the victim. Hopefully we made this doll left a trace for Amir to find. Let's get to him for examination. Oh, believe me, we know Erica Mabayo. We know the puppeteer. She wasn't the puppeteer though, I don't think. Maybe she was. Sometimes I get these things confused. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, so one thing in that trunk is a sweatshirt. And there's a note pinned to the sweatshirt. Let's recover that text to see what it says. Oh, that's right. Freddy was the puppeteer. That's right. What a strange little clue, eh? Seems one of your suspects dabbled in the dark arts. Fortunately for us, they weren't about it all wrong. What do you mean? Usually if you want to harm someone with a voodoo doll, you use some of that person's hair to make the doll. There was indeed some of the victim's hair, but the person who made it also got some of their own hair on the stitching. Tests revealed that the person who made the doll is Chelsea Bloom. What? The sister? You're right, Ace. This demands an explanation. Ooh. Well, the note you found pinned to this universe sweatshirt says, you can't defy me, I'm your father. Five sounds pretty angry about his son. He didn't mention anything like this earlier. Let's go and not have another word with Mr. Bloom. Chelsea, we found the voodoo doll you made of your brother. Care to explain? Oh my goodness, I can't believe you found that. Look, I only made that to de-stress a bit. You try living with a brother who hogs all your mom and dad's attention. Everybody in the house cared about what Mason thought and did, but did anyone ever think about me? I don't think so. I can't count the many times all alone I drank whole bottles of cider and shot clay pigeons for hours. I'm not sure everyone even noticed me going out to the orchard and screaming Latin explicitives at the top of my lungs. But Mason was always in the spotlight. It was Mason this, Mason that. I hope this jealousy didn't drive you to actually stab your brother. Yeah, that would not be good. Hey, Mr. Blue, we found this note regarding a disagreement you had with your son. Care to tell us about it? Oh, don't be ridiculous. It wasn't a disagreement. This silly boy just thought he could oppose my will. He got the strange notion that he could choose where to study, but all the Bloom men go to Cotterbridge University, and he would do the same. Sounds like you didn't give him much freedom in the matter. Did you sound like Mason when he talked about wanting more freedom, flouting family traditions? He refused to shoot clay pigeons with me, pretended not to understand when I spoke to him in Latin. Blue men drink hard cider we make ourselves, but he insisted on drinking that rocket cow swill. Mason was getting out of control, and he dared defy me, his father. My word is law, and he knew that. Mr. Bloom, you clearly kept your son on a tight leash. We hoped your need to control him didn't culminate in murder. Yep. Everybody resented him. We all knew. Mom, save me. They're chasing me. They're gonna kill me. Oh, great. What's happening with Carter? Looks like some dogs are after him. We'll check him out in Chapter 3. This has been Pitching Ace 8. Over and out.